Hello, hi guys. Today I'm shooting a video for you about Toyota Corolla Hybrid. It's Toyota Corolla 2019, especially for private hire drivers and professional drivers, people in sales, people who drive a lot around the country, across Europe, and anywhere. I'm shooting this video because I know a lot drivers who drive Toyota Corolla, and they have a problem with getting very good results with the fuel consumption. I do on my car at the moment. It's 78.2 mpgs, which is around 3.2 liter per 100 kilometers. But yeah, I'll show you more, and I'll show you how to do it in a moment. Okay, so let's get into the Toyota Corolla Hybrid. Okay, so we are in a Toyota Corolla 1.8 hybrid, and this is my dashboard. It's showing 97 miles. I can do 97 miles on the petrol in the tank right now. The total average is 78.2 mpg, which I've checked in American. It's 3.0 liters American gallon, and mpg in the UK it's around 3.6 liters per 100 kilometers. So it's pretty decent fuel intake. I haven't reset that mpg, I think, for good 3 months, so that would be around 10, maybe 11,000 miles. So this average is from driving 11,000 miles. So it's pretty decent, considering normally you will get, I don't know, 52 on Skoda. I know that some of you drive Skoda Superb or Ford Mondeo, and you get some decent mpgs. And I heard that some of you make 52, some of you make 58, 62. Now, I spoke to some, give a second, because this gimbal is trying to get on my nerves a little bit. Right, so some of you make between 52 and maybe 65 mpgs. And I spoke to some drivers. They drive Toyota Corolla Hybrid, exactly the same model, exactly the same car as mine. And in extreme example, the driver said to me he absolutely cannot get lower than 62. So I said to him, I asked him, because you just get I got curious. What kind of driving, what sort of style he drives, what things he applies to change it. And he said he drives the car as any normal car. Now this is where some of you may get it wrong, because driving hybrid car, it changes your, if you want to save fuel, which I think especially for private hire or taxi drivers or any professional drivers or anyone who covers a lot of mileage, the biggest cost is obviously fuel. So to drive a hybrid car and not making the most of it in terms of saving fuel, it's really, well, it's not the reason you buy this car for. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I do to save fuel, which turn out that I don't do it on purpose, because at the moment is my habit. So I changed the driving style a little bit, so to give a chance the battery to charge, because this is the whole purpose of hybrid car. So long story short, I'm not going into any technical or technicalities. It's very simple. If you drive, if you accelerate, the battery charges. If you lift, the car drives on from battery. Now the biggest issue is that when you drive petrol car for many years, we get used to we have certain habits behind the wheel, and you just drive because to drive 40 miles an hour, you have to accelerate or keep the engine going at certain level. With hybrid, you go to 40 miles an hour, or maybe 41 or 42, and then lift a little bit, and then press it slightly, so you give a chance so the car switches to battery and then runs on battery. Certainly the battery in a car, it's not it has to recharge every now and then, so it's very important to get that habit of allowing the car to charge and then use it, because if you don't use it, the battery power is going down itself. So even if you're on a motorway it's not very important, because on the motorway you can't save too much fuel. You can, but if you use trip computer, the trip computer, how do you call that? If you use tempo, we call that tempomat. So if you want constant speed, the car is not going on a battery at all, because with a constant speed, the computer is not cannot do things as we do. So the engine is always on power. So if there's a little hill, it switches to battery, but then right away switches to petrol, because it has to provide enough energy to keep the car going at, let's say, 65 or 70 or 72. So I find the biggest saving is in the city when you drive 32 or 30 miles an hour, or 42 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. So I'm going to shut up at the moment, and I'm just going to drive for a couple of miles to show you how it works, how to make this habit your everyday habit. So yeah, I have a helper here. The helper is going to operate the camera while I drive. So yes, this is what you can get. You can get 78.2 on average per 12,000 or 10,000 miles or 12,000 miles, which is pretty decent, because this includes city miles, city center miles, motorway miles. So it's very average as you can get, because if I was doing it only in the city, I would probably get around 81, 82. I remember there was one time when I got this car, I was able to keep 82, 84 for quite some time, and then I went on the motorway. I went to London, and obviously it went down to 75, I think 75.7. Plus this car has something called normal mode and sport mode. In sport mode it's very quick and it's very responsive, so certainly it takes a lot more fuel, but also the trick is it also charges much better than on Eco, because Eco obviously it takes not a lot energy from the engine, but also it doesn't take the same energy is used to charge the battery, so you don't get to charge the battery as you would get on the sport mode. So sometimes if your battery is empty, and this is at the moment this battery is pretty much empty, because at 40% it's going to be switching back to the petrol every every moment, every, I don't know, 20-30 seconds. So you need to allow the battery to charge to properly use it. And I find that usually if it's around 70% or 80%, you can feel that the engine actually gets more power from electric engine. But yeah, as I said, I don't want to bore you guys. The purpose of this video is to show you that it's possible to make to save a lot of money. Imagine if you save 1 liter per every 100 miles. Okay, so that's £1, £1.10, and if you calculate that by 1,000 liters, that's £1,000. That's a good £1,000. If you save a liter here and a liter there, that's £1,000 saving. You may frustrate some drivers behind you, because if there's 40 speed limit and you drive 42, no one's going to say anything to you. So if it's 50, just drive 50. Don't try to say to everyone, oh, I drive hybrid, so I need to drive around 40 or 45. But yes, this comes with time. If you get yourself this habit, you're gonna be right. You're gonna be driving a hybrid car, which I'm very happy. Toyota is actually not paying for this video. I'm not sponsored. Well, maybe I should. I'm not sponsored in any way. It's my car, I pay for it, and no one else pays for it. So okay, so enough talking. So first, this bar, I'll show you. Okay, hold on, hang on this. Okay, all right, hold it steady. Okay, so this bar next to 78.2, this bar means how much fuel I'm burning at the moment. So it's above 150 mpgs. Okay, my fuel intake. So it means I'm completely on battery. So let's get on the road. I'm at the moment on sport mode. So in sport mode, it takes a lot more fuel, and this is how it looks. So it's charging the battery. When I lift, it goes from electric motor. Okay. Accelerating. It's downhill. So I lift, accelerating, lift. Okay, let's change to eco. So it's exactly the same, it's just the charging is a bit much more slower. Not a bit, much slower. So right now I'm driving, it's a bit hilly, so I'm driving 38 right now. 38, the battery charged a bit, and I'm approaching downhill, so I lift and press a little bit, so it still charges a bit from the wheels, but I also get some energy from the battery. So it's downhill, and it's charging. Add it a little bit, accelerate a bit, lift, because it's 40 here, so I drive around 38, 42. So you just keep monitor. And at the moment, I'm telling you, after half a year of driving this car, I don't have to even monitor. I just do it naturally, because I have this habit right now. So accelerate a little bit more because it's uphill. If it's uphill, you're not gonna go on battery anyway, so you can accelerate to charge the battery more. Now it's downhill, so I lift it. Now it's 30, so I'm gonna lift. I'm gonna keep lift until I get to 30, 32. And now we're cruising. You're literally cruising. It's like on a motorboat. I don't know if you're boating, guys, but it's like on a motorboat. You put the boat to speed, and then you turn off the engine, and you put the sail on, and you're sailing on the wind power. So it's pretty much similar when you drive hybrid car. So you put it up to speed, and then lift accelerator, and you go on battery for as long as it allows you. If it's uphill, you just press accelerator as normal. So you drive as a normal car, but also give the battery some kick to charge a bit faster. Now it's uphill again, and now I'm gonna switch. Let's move here. Okay, so you will see how it works on this screen on the dashboard. So now it's from the engine, and now the bar went up, and actually at the moment I'm on the battery. Okay, I'm still on battery. The bar on the left hand side is this bar. This bar here, it's showing you that I'm driving on battery. Accelerate, lift. Hold it steady, okay? Yeah. So now I'm accelerating. I'm approaching top of the hill. Lift. Switches to battery. And I'm on battery right now. I'm still going uphill, but I put the car up to speed. Now it's a little bit downhill. I'm still on battery. Okay, braking a bit, still on battery. So the most important thing is to put the car up to speed, give the battery a chance to charge, and then use it as soon as possible. So if you see the battery charged a little bit, just use it all the time. So lift it, press it slightly, so you use battery. When you run out of power from the battery, charge it again for half a minute or 20 seconds, and then again 10-15 seconds on battery. Is it worth yes, certainly. If you used to drive fast, you're not gonna use it. But if you have a hybrid car, I still drive very fast. I like fast cars, and I like high speed, but not in the city and not on the motorway. I don't drive on the motorway 100 miles an hour. And now I have a hybrid car, so I save a lot of money. I save tons of money driving a hybrid car and looking after my my petrol intake. So yeah, I strongly recommend you guys checking this out. If you have any questions, please put any questions in comments, and let me know which car do you drive and what MPGs do you get, but not MPGs or fuel intake from 100 miles or 200 miles. Just make it 5,000 miles or 10,000 miles or 15,000 kilometers, and then calculate your average MPG or average liter per 100 kilometers, because only after 5, 10, 15,000 miles or kilometers, you are able to say, yes, this is my average on different styles of driving, because we drive differently on the motorway and we drive differently on in the city. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this will help you to save a lot of money on your fuel, on your petrol, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Please put some comments, please put a like. If you like this channel, it's Business Capital TV. My name is Damien, and I'm happy to test other hybrid cars. I'm hoping to test BMW X-Drive very soon. But yeah, please subscribe, like, and share this channel with anyone you know, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, let's do it.